West Lafayette is trying to figure out its road forward with its student transfer policy. The West Lafayette School Corporation has traditionally been the school corporation here in the Greater Lafayette area. It consistently has high rankings from Greater Schools and all of the other school ranking services that are out there. Go do your own research on that. Oftentimes, I've seen it listed as number 2 in the state. It is also a small, landlocked school district. When we talk about West Lafayette, the actual West Lafayette School Corporation is a relatively small area, and they only have a few thousand students total. So transfer students have, for a long time, been part of the calculus, if you will, of the student population and student funding. But the state of Indiana last year changed the law about how funding travels with transfer students, or rather now doesn't travel with transfer students. And so what West Lafayette is having to wrestle with is, do they want to continue to take these transfer students without the attendant funding that comes along with them, or do they not? But being a small landlocked district, not taking them comes along with some consequences as well. Some of the programs that they're known for in the sciences and the arts are driven by the fact that they have certain volume of students coming through to make those programs worthwhile, and some funding that are attached to some of those programs that are not directly related to those transfers. So if class sizes start reducing and you have to start reducing staff, it might be in some of those programs that West Lafayette is so well known for. And it might be that the funding that comes elsewhere starts dwindling as well. So you have this domino effect that starts. And that's the headache that the West Lafayette School Board is having to deal with. So in the short term, what they're looking at is they went and had their superintendent went out, asked the school board if he could go draft a policy for how to deal with this. And I'm going to list off some of the highlights of this transfer policy. Now, this is going to be his proposal that they're going to read at the next school board meeting coming up here soon. The proposed policy will still take transfer students, and here are some of the criteria. Continuing and current transfer students that completed their prior school year in the district, so if you're already there, students residing in the same household as current transfer students. That seems logical. Your big sister at West Lafayette Schools, so we should take the little brother. They should take the little brother. I don't live in the West Lafayette School Corporation. I don't have a dog in this fight. Current West Lafayette School Corporation pre-K students who do not already have legal settlement. Other students eligible for transfer enrollment according to Indiana law. Now, there are other things that deal with students who are relatives of staff members, children of staff members, and how they deal with that, and the income levels that they have to hit for that. Teachers as opposed to aide who might only be there for so many hours. These are some very big questions, and they have been talking for a few months now back and forth about the best approach to this, but this is the first time that they have had an actual policy, written policy to look at and start marking up and drafting how they want to look at that going forward. But I think where they're leaning, and again, the school board has to vote on this, but it feels like they're leaning towards finding a way to continue to work with transfer students who come into the district. And most, if not all of these transfer students are coming from the Tippecanoe School Corporation. If you're not familiar with the area, in the Greater Lafayette area, there are really 3 major public school corporations. There is the West Lafayette School Corporation, which serves a small portion of 47906. There is the Lafayette School Corporation, and then outside of those 2 boundaries, everything else in Tippecanoe County is the Tippecanoe School Corporation. So that is where most, if not all, of those transfer students are coming from. More to come on that. I just wanted to give you updates and be paying attention at their next meeting, and I'll give you updates to that if you join us. And if you would like to move into the West Lafayette School Corporation, or if you're in the West Lafayette School Corporation and you had kids there, and perhaps you're ready to downsize and you're ready to jump the line and move out to somewhere that is not in the school corporation, I'd love to help you with any of those needs. Go to thelafayettereal.com/YouTube. Fill out that form and I will get back to you. Not my assistant, not another agent, but me.